In this segment, we'll feature Intentions, a juice and smoothie bar with a tantalizing menu that's actually healthy for customers. Organic wellness shots, multi-mix fruit smoothies, and even specialty coffee brews are all part of a rare mix of business and pleasure, with Marquita Evans, who's the owner. Welcome, Marquita.
Thank you for having me today.
So I've already kind of given some highlights, but I'm looking forward to the juicy details. Tell us about your business.
Okay, so we started Intentions right at the base of the pandemic.
Yeah, 2020, right when it started.
2020, right when it started. We had started the process in January, and we hit that pandemic, which
Oh my gosh.
put everything on hold for a little while.
Okay, so it slowed you down a little bit, but you're open now.
Yes.
And you opened in the pandemic.
Yes, we had our grand opening October 17th of 2020, which means we're heading into year 2 now.
Fabulous. So it all came out okay.
Yes.
So people came in.
People came in. I'll say our grand opening was amazing, and it kind of was a slow start. And at the time, it was like me birthing 2 babies because I was at the time pregnant with my daughter.
Oh my gosh.
And so we opened in October, and she was born on Thanksgiving of 2020.
Oh my gosh, you're an amazing multitasker.
Yes. And so we opened, and it was kind of slow, I would say, the first few months, but what we were able to do was bring people in by offering healthy alternatives and, you know, getting people to boost up their immune systems with something healthy.
Oh, taking advantage, leveraging the pandemic.
Yes.
Build up so tell us about your products.
Well, we just switched over to everything is now organic.
Okay.
And so we have all organic fruits and vegetables, as well as fruit smoothies. All of our bases are off of our menu. We make everything other than our non-dairy milks, which we are also non-dairy. So we're vegan, vegetarian, everyone friendly, and kid approved, which to me matters the most.
Oh yes, that's really cool.
We're basically pretty much trying to offer a healthy alternative to fast food.
Okay.
That's my motto as far as what is Intentions, a healthy alternative to fast food, where you can get something filling that it's a guilt-free, where you're actually giving yourself your daily fruit and vitamin or fruit and vegetable intake.
But it also tastes fabulous.
And it tastes amazing.
And yeah, and it's good for you. So what are some of your most popular items?
If I go for our juice, our most popular would be our Reset, which is all of your greens, which is the spinach, cucumber, celery, lemon, ginger, and apple.
It's a salad.
It's a salad in a drink.
Yeah,
yes. And
that's good.
we also have our Clarity for juices, which is a beet mix. It's the beet mix that everyone, including myself, who dislikes beets, actually love and enjoy.
No kidding. And those are so good for you. They're so full of vitamins and stuff.
They are good for your blood pressure. They're good for everything. And because we're used to them just being one way, people don't enjoy beets, including myself. However, Clarity is one of my go-to drinks, especially when I kind of want to get myself riled up and ready for a good day.
It's really interesting. So I know you have smoothies, and we know what those are. They're a little they're a little thicker, right? Yeah. And then you have these smoothie bowls.
Oh, yes.
What is a smoothie bowl?
The smoothie bowl is a thicker smoothie topped with some extra greatness. And so we start your base with whichever fruits you're thinking of. And everything else, I will say this really fast, that all of our items on our menu, you can customize your own.
Okay.
And so we have our favorites listed, but you're able to customize whatever it is that you're looking for.
I don't want that. I do want this.
Yes,
Yeah.
and we don't get upset about that.
Good.
But the smoothie bowls are topped with either fresh fruit, granola. Sometimes you'll get like some hemp hearts or some different nuts, walnuts or almonds, and a little honey drizzle or maple syrup drizzle just to give you a little extra sweetness.
Okay.
And those guys are amazing. We've had them where you can share them. They're a guilt-free indulge.
You eat them with a spoon.
You eat those with a spoon.
Okay. Well, I can't wait to go. Tell us, where are you located?
We are located 5236 South Tacoma Way, which is pretty much on the corner of 54th and South Tacoma Way.
Which is a really cool little area there.
It is, and it's emerging into a bunch of different small businesses, which is what the community needs at this time.
Right. So community surrounded by entrepreneurs. I'm interested. I mean, we talked about you starting a new business.
Yes.
But I happen to know it's not your first business, that you're a seasoned entrepreneur.
Yes.
Yeah, so you have the nanny business, right?
I do. I started my nanny service in 2008.
Okay.
And it was because I became a nanny, and my first background was in early childhood education.
Okay.
And once I learned the world of nannying, I found the niche in it, which was event childcare. And what we do is when people are having weddings or corporate events and they don't want the kids to interfere, that's where we come in. We come on site
No
and
kidding.
we provide the childcare.
That's really cool.
Yes.
And so you have clientele who are Seahawks and Kraken?
Yes, we have some pretty awesome clientele.
I would say so.
As well as just anyone who needs date nights. We were providing a bunch of date night services or overnight services for people who had weird schedules and just needed assistance with childcare.
And you still offer this?
I do still offer
And the
this.
name of the business is?
A-List Nanny Services.
A-List.
Yes, my office is based in Renton there. However, I work from my office in Tacoma now. And yes, we're available for any childcare needs with our specialty being for events.
And by A-List, it sounds like, and what I've heard is it is definitely a good name because it's great service.
Yes.
People should look you up.
Yes, they really should.
Okay, so you had a successful business. You're doing this nannying. You also had a job as
A surgical tech.
Surgical tech. That's intense.
Yes.
And then you have this entrepreneurial thing that flows through all of this that led you to a juice bar. What is it? What does it take to? How does that thinking process go? Where you go from I'm doing this to I can make a business out of this.
I think it's the part where you want the most flexibility of your life. And we say flexibility only to lose all of the flexibility in your life.
Yeah, because you think I'll have the flexibility, but then you have the demands of the work.
Yes.
Right.
But the basis of it is it's a little different when you're doing it for yourself. It adds an additional commitment where I don't get to call in sick. Right. I am the call in sick person when someone calls in.
You.
I'm the one to fill in the position. It comes with a great deal of responsibility. However, it comes with this other freedom, knowing that the end result is rewarding for you and that you're able to walk away knowing that what you're doing is impacting others as well as impacting yourself. And I think that's the part where it gives me the fulfillment, where I know all of the work that I do, whether it's you're coming into the juice bar for a healthy fix or to stick to your goals, or if you're coming to the nanny service, I'm helping with a need. And one of my models for myself is being inspired to serve. And it goes on a multitude of levels. So it's to serve my community, to serve my family, and to serve those I encounter.
That's fabulous.
Thank you.
Do you have advice for somebody who's thinking about starting their own business?
I do. I would say that the best advice would be to make sure you do your research and make sure you're doing something you love so that it does not feel like it's a job. When you do that, then you can wake up and even on the worst day ever, you're still inspired to do this because it's what you want to do and not to do it for the money because that definitely does not come immediately.
Yeah, right.
It has to be a passion. And I think that's sometimes where people fail. They're not doing something because it's what their heart is into. They're looking at what the fast fix of money is. But being an entrepreneur is being prepared to build from the bottom up, being prepared for no's and knowing that even in those no's, their proper yeses arrive.
You find them.
You do.
But you have to be persistent
Yes.
and strategic. And I would imagine you have to tap into resources out there.
You do. And that's one of the things that I've had to learn recently. With starting Intentions, it was a lot different than starting a service because you don't really have to put anything out for that. And so as we're coming into starting our second location,
All right.
I'm actually having to tap into resources because we're not just in one place and I can't be in two places at once. And so we're tapping into resources and making sure we have the right people in the right positions to help build the brand. And a lot of times we have a hard time asking for help, but being an entrepreneur, you have to ask for help.
Right. And you're offering that to other businesses now. So a sign of success, you're starting a new business location in Seattle in a big
Yes.
condo serving that
gosh.
population. But you're also inviting other businesses in and highlighting their products in your store.
Yes.
So reaching out and having that coexistent environment.
Yes, one of the things I had asked for years ago was to have entrepreneurial friends. And in that, I've built this circle. We started with just offering our walls. We have a lot of wall space, and I didn't want to get bored with seeing what was on the wall. So we invited local artists to come hang their pieces inside of Intentions, and people are able to purchase them. And so we've
Wonderful.
had artists who've sold out twice
That's amazing.
in 1 month
Really
from
cool.
their art. And so we're building community by that, or allowing other small business owners to display their products on our retail shelves. So you can come into Intentions and currently support 4 other small businesses.
So that's one, people interested in supporting small business, and that's important.
Yes.
In this community, it's important to support small businesses. And in this case, supporting a small business is amazing because it tastes good. And it's
Yes.
good for me, right?
Yes.
And I can find really cool art and other things.
Yes.
Marquita, I could go on talking about this forever, but I have to go get a drink at Smoothie Place.
Yes.
At Intentions.
Please and thank you. And we will have that ready for you.
Marvelous. Thank you for being our guest on Business Matters.
Of course. Thank you for having me. It was great to be here today.